Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. Let's go ahead and let's give Governor Tom Wolf's office a phone call asking about, did you guys see this? He decided to make the US dollar just a little bit weaker, raise inflation just a little bit more. He's going to award $246 million to support small businesses across Pennsylvania. Yet, the only reason in Pennsylvania that small businesses lost funding was because Tom Wolf shut down the economy during coronavirus and forced them all to close, while big fascists such as Walmart, Target, Amazon, they were all allowed to stay open. So let's go ahead and give Tom Wolf's office a phone call, and let's see what they have to say about this. Here we go.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Tom Wolf. The governor's office cannot process unemployment compensation claims. Comprehensive information about unemployment is available online at uc.pa.gov. To be transferred to unemployment compensation customer service, please press 1. To be connected to the governor's office, please press 3. We appreciate your patience. Your call will be answered by the next available representative.
Please be aware that all calls are recorded for quality assurance, monitoring, and record-keeping purposes.
You bet they
By
are.
continuing this call, you are consenting to the recording, retention, and use of this call. Your position in queue is
0. Mailbox belonging to 717370139 is full and cannot accept new messages at this time. Please try again later. Goodbye.
Oh, you bitch. They're open till 5:30. What the hell? That ain't supposed to be happening. Well, we're going to call them again. Fuck it.
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Tom Wolf.
You know what's funny about this, too? I like how he did it while the United States is 246 years old.
Comprehensive information about unemployment is a, we appreciate your patience. Your call will be answered by the next available representative.
please be aware that all calls are recorded for quality assurance, monitoring, and record-keeping purposes. By continuing this call, you are consenting to the recording, retention, and use of this call. Your position in queue is
0.
Okay, so if I'm 0 in the queue, then how do you not pick up the phone?
Thank you for calling the office of Governor Tom Wolf. How may I help you?
Yes, hello. Thanks for taking my call. My name's Shane Lux, and I'm calling about the bill that was passed on September 13th about Tom Wolf awarding $246 million to small businesses across Pennsylvania. Are you aware of this?
I know probably I'll be looking up get an idea.
Yeah, it's right on the actual website, the governor.pa.gov.
Okay, I'm pulling it up now. Just give me 1 moment. My internet's being a little slow, so it might take a second, but I know broadly what you're discussing. If you want to go ahead and whatever you are needing to ask.
Yeah, well, my question is, do you really think, first of all, is it possible to talk to Tom Wolf about this?
He's not available at this moment, but, I can pass any concerns along, and then if you wanted to meet with him specifically, feel free to submit a scheduling request, and we can get back to you about that.
Okay, well, if you can take a message, here's what I don't understand. I like it. First of all, it's interesting. It's 246 million, while the United States is 246 years old. But here's the thing about it, though. We're already struggling immensely with inflation and the U.S. dollar getting weaker and weaker and weaker. Now, the worst thing you could possibly do is spend even more money that's going to raise inflation even more, cause us to spend more money on food, more money on taxes, more money on gasoline. And then you look at what's happening in the broader scale of the United States with the student loan forgiveness, where now people who didn't go to college and make less money have to pay for people who did go and make more. Why? Like, no sane person would ever do this. And the thing about Tom Wolf, he says, okay, we want to support small businesses. I can get along with that. That makes sense. But he's calling this a small business relief fund. Now, the only reason that small businesses across Pennsylvania and everywhere else in the world lost funding to begin with was because of people like Tom Wolf, who shut down all the mom and pop stores during the time of coronavirus. So they lost millions and millions of dollars of revenue because they were forced to stay at home and wear their slave muzzle, while big fascists such as Amazon, Walmart, Target, they were all allowed to stay open and put them out of business. So how does that make any sense?
Understood. I can certainly have follow up right now. I'm still not able to walk the bill. As I said, I am familiar with broadly what it's to cover. I do also believe that the Department of Community and Economic Development was to be administered. I'm sorry. Was to be administering these funds. So, if you'd like to get more details regarding the specific administration of this process, I can certainly get you their phone number if that's something you're interested in.
Well, sure, but I could make a call, but you know how it is with the people. You call and, if anything, you just get hung up on for saying what I'm just saying. So again, if you can take a message and pass it along to Tom Wolf, I would like to hear a response from him. My phone number is 724-841-6579. My email address is shanelux91@gmail.com. So that's SHANELUX91@gmail.com. I know this call is being recorded right now, and I want to understand what the reasoning is behind this. Because when you're already struggling with inflation the way that we are, spending the amount of money we're spending, not to quote the Lost World Jurassic Park, but that might be the dumbest idea in the long, sad history of bad ideas. And that's not directed toward you. That's directed toward him and his administration. Because people forget, when Tom Wolf first came in office, the first thing he did was put the 10-cent fuel tax on. That's why in Pennsylvania, our gas prices are sky high compared to a lot of our neighbors, such as Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware. They all have cheaper gas prices than Pennsylvania, and that 10-cent fuel tax is the reason why. And also, don't forget, when Joe Biden first got in office, one of the first things he did was sign the bill to shut down the Keystone Pipeline, where thousands and thousands of Pennsylvanians got put out of work as a result of that. And they were making six-figure salaries. And then Tom Wolf, you probably remember this, he addressed the state, coming out and saying that that's okay. There's plenty of jobs available in Pennsylvania, and you'll be more than happy to settle for one of those making 20 or 30,000 a year when they were making over six figures. Now, if that was me personally, I think I would have had to rose up with a bunch of coworkers and slayed them. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, does this stuff make any sense? Does this seem like they're there for the people? They're looking out for our best interest?
Yeah, I'm following you. I'll certainly make sure that the governor does get your message. If you have your contact info, I'll make sure to pass that along to him and his senior staff.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, that is my contact info. I told you my email address. It's shanelux91@gmail.com, and my phone number is 724-841-6579. So I appreciate you staying on the line with me. Hopefully you do pass the information along to Tom Wolf and you're not pulling my leg, but I appreciate the time. Have a good day.
Yeah. You as well. Thank you.
All righty. We'll leave it there, guys. See if good old Tom Wolf finally calls me back. Till next time, everyone.